In your window menu up here, you have model info, and that allows you to change a couple things with your particular model here. If you have a bunch of scenes, right off the bat, you can change your animation in between the scenes, which how fast it switches in between each one. By default, it's set to 2 seconds, which is way too high. Let's drop this down to 0.5 seconds, half a second. That is much more user-friendly. No one wants to wait 2 seconds for each individual scene to go through. That's pretty much a waste of time. You can also change your dimensions in here. Change everything you want about them. If you want them to have a larger text, a different font, different color, you can change that here. You can also change the arrows. If you don't prefer the arrows, you can say you're doing an architectural project, you can do a slash and select all dimensions here, update dimensions, and basically you have an architectural tick is what it's called if I'm not mistaken. Or you can go back to closed arrow and update as well. Whoops. Update as well. So that's pretty cool. You can also align your text of the dimensions to your actual object. So if this is coming off of this face, you can see that, watch this 22 change. If I change this to align to outside and update your selected dimensions, now you can see it is aligned in the direction in which it was drug. This sometimes gives undesired results because you can't really read that right there. So let's change this back to align to screen, update selected dimensions. You can also do that with all your text. I've dropped this piece of sample text right here just to show you that you can change the font of your text. Say this is going to be a title of the project here. You can change it, select all screen text. Now it is selected, click update, and it changed to my larger font size. Same thing with leader text. This is a leader. This shows an arrow pointing to a specific item and the text corresponding to that item. You can change that as well, make something stand out if you want. Change the font, select all leader text, or actually just select the leader in which you want to select if you have multiple leaders, and update selection. Update selected leader text. You can also change your units here. By default, under the woodworking template, you are at a fractional dimension units here. So that means it's going to show 10 and 1/2 instead of 10.5. Maybe you're fond of the decimal system, so you can change this to decimal, and you can change how far that decimal goes out. Typically, you're not going to go more than 3, like, you know, 1/8 of an inch is 0.125 inches. So you can change this if you prefer decimals instead of fractions. You can also go to architectural, which is based off of feet and inches instead of just inches. So 1 foot, 10 inches under architectural is the same thing as 22 inches under fractional. You can also change the precision. Typically, you're not going to go anything further than a 1/16 of an inch when you're doing your projects, so that's what I do on mine with woodworking in mind.